Tomorrow is the day of retribution. The day in which I will have my revenge against humanity. Against all of you.
Shots fired! Shots fired!
Hello? Yes. 34.
Some guy ran in our house bleeding everywhere. He said he got run over by a car.
I gave him CPR for 10 minutes before the paramedics showed up.
We've identified 9 separate crime scenes.
Hey, Elliot Rodger here.
The 22-year-old YouTuber who killed 6 college kids, all because of...
I've been doing a lot of thinking about how sad and unfair my life has been. All because girls haven't been attracted to me. Girls are not sexually attracted to me. There's a major problem with that. That's a problem that I intend to rectify.
To try and understand the case of Elliot Rodger, we should go back to the beginning.
I wish I could be a kid again.
Born in London, England in 1991, he would later move to Sussex and overall had a good childhood that he considered his most blissful time.
Back when my life was happy and fair.
Elliot Rodger was highly literate but naturally quiet, often preferring to write down his thoughts rather than speak them. Although he was never officially diagnosed, this behavior is characteristic of selective mutism, a rare childhood anxiety disorder where someone finds it difficult or impossible to speak in certain social situations. When Elliot was 6 years old, the family moved to Los Angeles. Just 1 year later, his parents divorced, which was another significant change for the already fragile boy. Within a year, his father, who was involved in the film industry, married the actress Sumaya Akabune, triggering jealousy in Elliot. He idolized his father's wealth and power, seeing them as tools to attract the women he dreamed of. This was when Elliot began to believe that being attractive and rich meant you would achieve more in life. Sometimes when he would make friends, he would become very possessive and jealous of them if they played with someone else. Rodger was embarrassed about being mixed race, half white and half Asian, which he felt set him apart from his mostly white peers. At 9 years old, he dyed his hair blonde and started skateboarding, hoping these changes would help him fit in and make friends. At the age of 15, he showed signs of autism, and he was prescribed Xanax and Prozac, later switching to Paxil. But he stopped taking medication a year later, in an effort to help Rodger socialize more and reduce his isolation. His parents decided to send him to college in Santa Barbara, California, optimistic that their son being part of a college community would encourage him to make friends.
No one accepts me. All my life I've been struggling to fit in with the popular kids. I've been struggling to get a girlfriend. No one has ever accepted me.
However, Elliot became even more jealous of hearing his classmates talk about losing their virginity and seeing couples around.
Angry right now? I was enjoying a peaceful time at this beach park, and what comes to sit in front of me? A young couple, a guy with his hot girlfriend. I mean, who do they think they are? Coming here, sitting in front of me to make me feel jealous?
As you can see, Elliot began recording himself and uploaded those videos to YouTube.
You see, ever since I hit puberty, I've wanted girls, I've desired girls, I've been sexually attracted to girls, but they've never shown any attraction back to me.
He also kept a private journal where he would write about his life and struggles.
Another month has gone by now, and I made a huge effort this month. But still, nothing. How long can I keep doing this? How much torture and humiliation can I take from the world?
But enough was enough for him, and he couldn't take it anymore.
You denied me a happy life. You deprived me of sex. And I will take great pleasure in denying you life. It's only fair. 8 years of my life, I've been forced to endure an existence of loneliness, rejection, and unfulfilled desires, all because girls have never been attracted to me. They gave their love, sex, and affection to other men, but never to me. I'm 22 years old, and I'm still a virgin. I've been through college for more than 2 years. Girls have ignored me all my life. And I am going to punish all of them for it. I don't know why you're not attracted to me. I don't know what you don't see in me. But I'll make sure you all pay for it.
Elliot has decided that since females didn't give him love and sex, then he would be the one to punish them for it.
You never showed me any mercy. And I will show you no mercy. I hate all of you. And I can't wait to finally give you what you deserve.
It was found that Elliot would read books about mass murderers and serial killers at the library, but never bring them home. Before his planned attack on his day of retribution, it was discovered that Elliot sent a disturbing email titled "My Twisted World" to his parents and therapists. This email would later be recognized as Elliot's manifesto, where he expressed his anger and frustrations toward the world, particularly women.
I finally checked my email. I saw this letter. It's from Elliot Rodger, who's a Santa Barbara City College student. It's 141 pages. So when you get to the end, which is where I went to immediately, page 134, it's a very detailed attack they plan on taking in Isla Vista, including shooting people and driving a car to intentionally run over pedestrians and then shoot himself.
On April 26th, while his father was out of town, Elliot had planned to kill Sumaya and Jazz, stepmother and half-brother. But fortunately, Elliot came down with a cold, and his father returned home early.
If it's war you want, then war you shall have.
Elliot planned to lure his victims into the apartment one by one, then brutally torture them with knives and boiling water. Afterward, he intended to cut their heads off and throw their heads out of the window of his moving car as he rampaged through the streets of Isla Vista. To accomplish this plan, he needed his roommates out of the picture, so he plotted to lie in wait and kill them one by one as they entered the apartment. 19-year-old George Chan, a visiting friend of Elliot's roommates, tragically became Elliot's first victim. He was attacked in the bathroom and stabbed 94 times in an act of vengeful rage. The killer tried to clean up the blood with paper towels. He then waited for his roommates, David W. and Chen Hong, repeatedly stabbing both of them before leaving their bodies covered in bed sheets and clothes, face down.
You will finally see that I am, in truth, the superior one. The true alpha male.
The killer drove to the Alpha Phi sorority house, but the door was locked, and this was a savior for dozens of lives. He knocked for several minutes, but the girls refused to answer. Furious, he then unleashed his rage on anyone within sight.
I'm getting advised that we got multiple gunshot wounds on the corner of Del Norte and Segovia.
Del Norte and Segovia.
He began firing at them, killing 19-year-old Veronica Weiss and 22-year-old Catherine Cooper, and wounding a third person who was talking to her mother on the phone and saying to her, "I'm going to die," repeatedly. Officers responded to reports of multiple gunshots fired downtown in Isla Vista. Elliot continued to drive around the college town, shooting at bystanders and running them over with his car, injuring multiple people. He also shot a police officer during this rampage. Several officers now returned fire too, with one bullet striking him in his upper left thigh. He fled again, but soon crashed into the back of a black Jeep. Elliot's car was riddled with bullets and leaking gasoline. With officers shouting commands and closing in, Elliot decided his retribution was as complete as it would ever be, so he took his own life with a bullet to his head. When police surrounded him, they found prescription pills, knives, 3 pistols, 6 empty 10-round magazines, 548 unspent rounds of ammunition, and his phone containing over 200 selfies.
All I've ever wanted was to love you and to be loved by you. I've wanted a girlfriend. I've wanted sex. I've wanted love, affection, adoration. But you think I'm unworthy of it. That's a crime that can never be forgiven.
That was it for Elliot's story. Follow and subscribe for more interesting crime stories.